Hey guys, what's going on? You know, the shockwaves from the tumultuous January brought to us by Wizards of the Coast and their OGL shenanigans and whatnot are still being felt through the hobby, through the industry, in such as it is. And there's some kind of interesting information from the Critical Role front. But before we get into that, I want to remind you folks that today's video is, of course, brought to you by our friends at Hellebarde Games. Hellebarde Games makes the kind of modules that we'd like to play, whether it's for 5th edition, for Castles and Crusades, for OSR. Old School is in play at the table, and you can pick them up on DriveThruRPG or directly from HellebardeGames.com. That's Hellebarde Games. So this came over the wire, and I just wanted to share this with you guys. Now, regardless of any personal feelings I might have, I think what we're going to talk about today from the folks at Critical Role could be a good move, because it could continue to shake up the tabletop hobby in a positive way. So let's take a look at this. This comes to us from CBR, and of course, I'll link to it down below in the comments. You can check it out for yourself. And this is from about a week ago. Critical Role may develop its own RPG system, Matt Mercer says. Critical Role's Matthew Mercer and Marisha Ray reveal that the team would be open to developing its own tabletop RPG system akin to Dungeons & Dragons. Critical Role's Matthew Mercer and Marisha Ray revealed that the team would be open to developing its own tabletop RPG under the right conditions. Again, they're being very cautious about this. And this is from their discussion with Gizmodo. They discussed the possibility of Critical Role becoming fully independent as its empire grows. The conversation quickly turned to the potential for a Critical Role RPG system, something Mercer said he'd love to do under the right circumstances. Man, that would be rad, Mercer said. I mean, if ever the opportunity to arise with the right people and the right design, and it made sense for the type of show we were doing, I would love that. And I think that's a little appropriately vague. They're not gonna, I don't think Critical Role is gonna divorce Wizards anytime soon. Ray agreed, saying the prospect excites. She noted that the group had discussed the vastly different ways people like to play role-playing games, with some preferring the crunchiness of battle and stealing over characters and story-focused campaigns. I guess I kind of lie somewhere in the middle of that personally. The Critical Role's cast preference for character creation and storytelling informed discussions about a possible RPG system from the team. Ray continued, saying, so there's been a lot of talks there, as well as in terms of what would we want to get out of our own system role-playing game that really does feel very Critical Role. Any sort of Critical Role RPG would likely come from its publishing company, Darrington Press. Critical Role has previously launched multiple games through the publisher, including the board game Yucatoa, based on the evil Great Leviathan from Campaign 2, Tal'Dorei campaign setting Reborn, sourcebook based on Dungeons & Dragons 5e. However, Critical Role is hesitant to expand too quickly. That's one of the kind of cool things about expanding with Darrington Press as we go, Mercer explained. It's a very slow, methodical growth, because you have to make sure you don't fold under your own weight by trying to do too much too quickly. But as it succeeds and goes forwards, it allows, hopefully, us more opportunities to do something like that. In the meantime, they're 50 episodes deep into their 3rd campaign. It's also recently concluded season 2 of its critically acclaimed animation series based on the group's first adventuring party, and recently announced a multi-project deal with Amazon. The deal includes a series and movies, beginning with the Mighty Nine animation series, inspired by the characters and events of Campaign 2. So it seems to me like they're hinting that maybe it would be something that they might consider if it were nice and the circumstances were right. But what do you guys think? Do you think they're getting ready to pull the old switcheroo, play the old reverse card on Wizards of the Coast and say, so long and thanks for all the fish, and start rolling out their own system? Or do you think this is just more very careful and calculated commentary from Matt and company, trying not to rock the boat too much, Wizards of the Coast? I want to hear your opinions down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. And of course, if you're just stopping by for the first time and you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications. We've got a lot of content you can check out here on the channel as we roll along. We've got live stream coming tonight. First edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Let's Play. Tomorrow night, Kyle Schuant will be in the house. We'll be playing some Classic Traveler and just all sorts of good stuff as time rolls on. Thanks. Be good and keep watching the news, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.